All right, hello there everyone. Welcome VV Nation to this very special presentation. This is an event that I'm glad you're not going to miss. So heck, what we're going to be talking about is our upcoming event in Tampa, Florida. We pushed it back a month this year. We're going to be coming to Tampa February 21st, just as it says on your screen right now. And we are going to be conducting our stock market masterclass. So it's my privilege as we're coming up on the holiday season here to get everybody invigorated, ready to roll. And there will be no better way than to take care of your investment future than to take some time out of your busy schedules and get to Tampa, Florida, or at least have the ability to attend it vis-a-vis live stream. So we'll be talking about all of that. But heck, I want to encourage all of you to not only think about coming yourself, but bring a friend, bring a family member, bring anybody you like, and let's talk about why. So why go? Why should anyone attend? Why should you, your friends, your family want to attend an event like this? Well, quite simply, to better secure your or their financial future. Whether that be put the kids through school or retire more comfortably, or whatever the case might be for you as an individual or for them. And for many of us who went before you, we would quite simply say there's no better place to learn than the people who have done it for themselves before you. So we want to teach you and get you the ability to learn how to thrive and become more independent and live life on your own terms. And we want you to seek out performance like this. And why wouldn't you? And so we're going to be talking a bit about that and other performance information as we go through this. But what we wanted to do, and hopefully you would like to do the same, is to learn how to beat the pants off of the market. I mean, that's the name of the game, isn't it? To not just make money, but beat the S&P. Otherwise, why wouldn't you just buy a little piece of the S&P every month? That seems to be, for some unknown reason, the conventional wisdom. The reality is we can beat it, and we can beat the pants off it, and we can do it consistently. And we're going to be talking about some methodologies and ways in which you can get that done. This is not a one size, one shoe fits all type of system. We have the ability to cater to you as an individual and your particular goals and aspirations and your particular investment temperament. So no matter what the case is, we're going to have a solution for you and a solution to the big problem. There is a big problem, a core problem, one that stands in the way for superior performance like we just saw, and that is these days in particular, it's become an even more and more prevalent problem over time. We're just simply getting buried in data, and it's easy to do. I mean, data's coming at you through public television, through social media of all varieties these days, newsletters, just ordinary emails, text messages from friends, water cooler discussions at work, and before you know it, you get inundated with all of these seemingly great ideas and you get overloaded. Am I right? So that leads us to the big mistake, and an even bigger mistake, actually, not just getting overloaded, but finding value in complication, because that's what overload inevitably leads to. Is I've got to find a surefire, complicated way to make all of this stuff work. And so, that's unfortunate. It's kind of human nature. But listen, making money in the stock market does not need to be difficult. In fact, it can and should be easy. So let's talk about the fix. What I want to do is fix it, and fix it for good this time for you. And the way to do that is going to be get to this event one way or the other. But what we're going to be talking about is, instead of complication, how you can follow simple, proven systems and stick to it. Okay. You may decide that you want to follow even more than just one. Once your portfolio hits such a size, I've got 3 different portfolios in essence that, I stick various techniques and management tactics towards. Some of us self-direct our own 401k, for example, and I trade that far differently than I trade my options in my trading portfolio or my good, safe, long-term stocks, right? So the reality is you're going to learn many different methods, many different techniques that can be all or even just part of what you do. But they're all simple, they're all proven, and if you stick with them, they will work for you. So, how do we learn about these systems? There's no better way than to learn from the experts themselves, the ones who have done it before you, and even rub shoulders at the event live with people just like yourself who are a subscriber to our system that are doing it for themselves as well. And so there's a lot of value in the live participation part, where not only do you learn all the things that we're going to teach from the instructors themselves, but actually learn a bit from, ordinary folks just like yourself, at least perceivably, right? Where they're going to share with you their things that they've been doing at the show as well. And I think that's a huge thing to think about and consider when trying to make the, decision on whether you want to attend live or just take in the live stream. When you get there, Todd Schaefer will be talking all about Successful Investor and showing you how easy it is to use VectorVest to buy safe, undervalued stocks rising in price at the right time, and how you can Yep.
Are your slides supposed to be changing?
Yeah.
Thought I just jumped in. Sorry to interrupt.
All right. Thank you for that. You're going to learn how to go through Successful Investor and get performance like this, where you can reasonably expect, buying good, safe, undervalued stocks rising in price at the right time and get, 10, 15% a year, kind of on average on a go-forward basis. You're going to learn some retirement coaching while you're there. And in that case, not only can we buy these great stocks with a lot of safety, we can also parlay that into some good dividend income and also some options generation vis-a-vis the sale of covered calls, for example, to produce even more income. And so the results start to turn more stunning, because not only do you get this great price appreciation that you see, but on top of that, you get, I think they've accumulated over $3,600 or so in dividend income this year, generated more than $6,000 or $7,000 in options premium, that kind of thing. And it can really supercharge and even use options as a way to protect, your hard-earned nest egg. So it's very informative on its more complete package, if you will, the ultimate retirement solution. We'll also learn a bit about swing trading. And, Jerry has had stunning performance, and I'm pitching in a course this year as well, vis-a-vis the Jockey Club, and we're pulling back 30% a year in both of our portfolios, over 30%, both of us. And so you can kick it into high gear with some of the techniques and strategies that we're going to be sharing with you to produce those kinds of results. On top of that, we have some dynamic, and I truly mean dynamic, ETF trading models that you can learn how to follow. We're going to go all the way through, soup to nuts, exactly how to get this kind of performance trading triple leverage ETFs, for example. And of course, if that seems a bit rich, we can dial it back with the turbo version and go after 2 times leverage and get stunning, absolutely stunning results. We'll also be showing some very dynamic charting packages and techniques for people who really like to go about investing and trading in that manner. And so this is a quick snippet of the MPI where you can see it's built, hopefully, you can see it's built to capture the bigger runs on stocks and know exactly when to get in, exactly when to exit in the future. That becomes the trickiest part, right? It's easy to get into something. It's more difficult to decide when to sell it. Well, if you've got absolute decision points on a graph, for many folks, that's a great way to go. On top of that, we're going to learn how to produce a lot of income. And Ron Wheeler's going to be there doing this particular part of the show. And he's going to be talking about true risk, true reward, where to set stops on your income trades, things of that nature. So that's a really huge added value, is to learn from some option experts, people who have done it before you and have done so consistently for many, many years. I think Ron over 20 years, for example, with the option markets. You'll also, of course, eventually land here. Once again, we can't teach technique here, but we can try to inspire you. All the results that we went through there are quite stunning, taken in isolation or certainly in aggregate, because they were very impressive. So again, how do I learn them? How do I learn how to do that for myself? How do I learn to grow this nest egg and outpace the S&P so that I can secure my financial future for not just this coming year, but for years and decades, and hopefully even longer for many of us to come, right? What you want to do is you want to get to Tampa. You're going to go to the Tampa Airport Marriott. It's wonderful. It's easy to get into. One of the things I love, you get off the plane, provided it's cold when we get there, which, I don't know, it's usually pretty temperate in Florida around the time of our seminars, but you never even have to step outside. You just go get your bags, get in the elevator, go up, walk down a corridor, and you're already home. You're already at the Marriott. So it's great. No shuttles, none of that stuff. It's going to be Tampa Airport Marriott, February 21st, 2026. I'm not going to necessarily go through each and every single talk title. I'm more so just going to frame the seminar out for you. I mean, you can kind of read through this graphic if you like. But there are some interesting ones to discuss maybe quickly, but more so, I want to frame it this way. The morning of day one is really all about successful investor and the nuts and bolts that surround that. We are going to get into some bigger topics as part of that discussion, how to avoid the 7 deadly sins of investing, for example. But it's really about getting on the right side of the market and having a strategic game plan, a blueprint for how to do this and do this successfully. When we get into the afternoon of day one, we get a little bit more specialized. So we're going to take that nugget of information that we just discussed. At that point, make the assumption that we've got a firm grasp on that, which is a safe assumption to make, and then say, now we can kick it up a notch if you'd like. We can get to that more complete package of the ultimate retirement solution and how to craft one. We can also really up the ante if we want to take a smaller denomination of capital and attack the market from more of a swing trading procedure. Actually, Jay's going to share several swing trading procedures with you. And then the final presentation of that day is all about identifying who you are, what that means in VectorVest in terms of stock selection and timing, and creating a complete game plan. When we get into the morning of day two, it's really even more specialized. Day one, really all you need to know. Day two just keeps kicking it up. People always ask me, why do people keep coming back to the 2-day every single year after? There's some folks that will be at the 2-day that were there with me 20 plus years ago, and they keep coming back. So eventually I asked them, I was like, why do you guys keep coming? You guys probably should know everything there is to know at this point. They said, Steve, this event is great for a number of reasons. One, you guys always show us something new every time I come. Two, it recharges, re-energizes the soul, get us ready for this coming year. And three, it's a chance to mingle with all the other folks that are there as part of that energy. But in reality, we do show stuff that's new, and this ETF masterclass is going to be dynamic, very informative. There's more ETFs out there now than ever before. They were even planning on 5 times leverage. It seems like they're uncertain whether they're going to go to that at this point. But it's just a massively growing segment of the stock market at this point. So we're really going to nail some of that down for you and then show you some of the techniques to take advantage of these advancements in the ETF marketplace. Also, this is where options comes in. One symbol, one trade, one set of rules. You can simply, I don't want to give away what the one symbol is, but you can take one underlying instrument and really nail it down and create more income than you could possibly imagine in a given year. Afternoon of day two, we get more into using charts and things with the NPI. And also, we've learned a lot of information at this point. So it's important we step back in, help you, at least some of you, rediscover who you are, right? And make sure that when you leave these doors, you're ready to roll Monday the following week. You're ready to hit the ground running, know exactly what the game plan is, exactly what you want to do to start making money in 2026. If you haven't already, I hope many of you will have. All right, so that's it. But here is a great quote from a great person. And I've said up to many folks, I've had a very privileged life. I've had a lot of great mentors, including here, Dr. Bart DeLito, certainly king among them. But, this is a quote from a man great man before us. that I've sort of lived my life by, to be honest with you. And that is, give me 6 hours to chop down a tree, I'll spend the first 4 hours sharpening the axe. What this means is, if you want to make the best of your years to come in the stock market, take the 2 days. Take the 2 days out of your busy schedule, make time for it, sharpen the axe so that you can go about cutting those trees down the right way. Okay? And do it at the right speed and the right speed for you. All right, so with that, of course, we've got some great offers for folks that particularly want to try to attend live, which, by the way, do not delay, because we are already at high registration numbers and not even really begun to push this event yet. So there is a chance that we are going to sell out. It's been a little while since that's happened before, but some of you will know that it has happened to you. Do not let it happen to any of you this year. Get signed up as soon as you know that you can go. It's looking like a sellout to me, okay? So 2026, February 2021, figure out a way that you can get there. Normally the price is $495 for this event, but this time around it's only going to be $95. You're going to save $400. That's the lowest price we've ever offered. It will never be lower, because food and beverage costs more than $95 for us, for you guys at the event. That might cover day one. You guys would be blown away if you knew what's happening to the costs at these types of venues across the country these days. It is mind-boggling. You ought to see what internet costs, for example. So anyway, $95 is a steal, because we are conducting this event at a deficit right out of the gate. Okay, VectorVest.com/Tampa. I'm going to put that link out into the chat. Oh, look, thanks, Brian. Looks like Brian already did it for me. And then also, so he'll probably take care of this next one as well. We have the stream. The stream is going to be live, so you'll be part of every presentation as well. We try to get you guys involved in the presentations when at all possible, and make it feel like you're there to the best of our ability. That's going to be VectorVest.com/stream. VectorVest.com/stream. You can go there and you can attend for free. Okay. There'll also be special offers for people who both attend live or via live stream on a lot of products and services. More details on that, obviously when we get to the event. So final deal, $95, get there or be square. So, this is your chance. And I'll see if there's any questions or anything like that we need to address. But let me just go ahead and kind of wrap up the official recording that we'd like to package up and send out to everybody. Make sure everyone has a chance to view this. So thanks for being here, everyone, okay? And I'll stick around for some quick Q&A if we've got any. All right, so let me pop this open here. Hey, nice job, guys. Nice job, Todd and Brian. All right, cool. Pierre, you already signed up for the stream. That's awesome. Are there special hotel rates? There will be indeed for the first however many that they've been able to set aside. And it looks like Brian has answered some of those details. But I believe the special room rate is around $245. Okay, plus probably taxes and all that kind of thing. So that's always a possibility, but make sure you get to those reservations quickly. And when I go to this website for sign up, some of those details should be on the page here as well. So when I go to VectorVest.com/Tampa, for example, we can see here that we've got the Stock Market Masterclass, some more details on that. Up here over on the right, you can see the special offer of only $95 up here. I'm trying to blink it at you a little bit. Here's where you purchase the course, okay, for just the $95, and that, just plug in your details there and you'll get all squared away. A little bit more, descriptions and things about the course offering. I expect that we'll probably have some updates even as time goes along here, but the guys have done a nice job pulling this together so far. Up at the top, there's different buttons here that you can click on. You can look at, who the coaches are, what those coaching things look like, more description there as well. So just a whole lot of information up there to help you make a informed decision. All right. Well, that's going to do it. Go ahead.
They can click on that tab at the top for the hotel information. That page, Jerry updated all the hotel right next to where it says description, below that image on the left.
Location and accommodations. Yeah.
Yep, that's where somebody was asking for the room rate. All that details is right there.
Thanks, Brian. Did you catch anything else you want to ask, or?
No, I think that was it.
All right, cool. All right, no, you're good. All right, guys, just one last thank you for everybody being here, taking time out of your busy schedules. Since we're not teaching anything, we don't want to take up an inordinate amount of time, but just thanks for being here, and we hope to see you in Tampa. I'm excited. I hope that came across, and I hope I inspired some of you to go live. That's really where the most benefit is, if you can get there. But if you can't, listen, do not miss this. Do the live stream so that you get the information that you need. Okay, this will be recorded. We generally archive this event for up to 1 year, so you'll have continued access to that, just depending on the kind of offer that we have. Normally that's with an annual subscription or renewal, kind of a deal. But do be on the lookout for that kind of information as well. All right, guys, thanks for being here. We'll talk to you soon. Good luck.